In January of 2022, the Ministry of Electronics and IT had released the vision document for electronics manufacturing in the country. In that vision document, the government had pitched for a target of $300 billion in electronics production by 2026. Now, the industry is now confessing that India may just miss the bus on the $300 billion target. Industry insiders have prepared models on the current run rate of production and scope of issues. Based on that model, they suggest that by FY26, India's electronics output will grow till $225 billion. That's $75 billion short of the 300 target. Similarly, while exports of $105 to $130 billion had been expected, the actual exports could be much lower, between $58 to $69 billion. One caveat here, these estimates were approved prior to the government releasing the version 2.0 of PLI on IT hardware, which saw incentives go up to 17,000 crores. So let's break up these numbers. Which electronic items are likely to see a shortfall? Now, as per industry estimates, mobile will see production of $100 billion. That's short of the target by $26 billion. IT hardware will see production of $6 billion, which is just 1/4 of the original target. Strategic and industrial electronics will also be shy of the original target. LED will see production of $8 billion versus 16, and telecom equipment at $10 billion versus 12. Similarly, as per the industry estimates for mobile exports, that was production. Here we now look at mobile exports. This will be in the range of $40 to $45 billion versus 52 to 58 for mobiles. IT hardware is expected to see no exports. PCBA and LED are also expected to see negligible exports as compared to target of $9 to $12 billion. So why does the industry say that India may just miss the bus? Well, for one, mobile production, non-participation of Chinese in export production has been cited as a factor. Industry also sees weakening of domestic demand, which is expected to hit mobile production. Industry also believes that dealing with Chinese ecosystem has served as a self-imposed sanction. For IT hardware, it was observed that almost all the domestic demand is being met via imports with depressed manufacturing. It is also noted that the PLI for white goods has not done justice to LED and that there is a need for an independent PLI for electronics components. Now, not all is gloom and doom though. Segments such as consumer electronics, wearables, hearables, as well as auto electronics have also shown significant momentum and are likely to achieve the targets that had originally been laid out. But even with these numbers, the industry and the government have expressed their commitment and their determination to achieve the $300 billion target by FY26. Let's in fact listen into Electronics and IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav, what he had to say on this very issue just last month.
The hardware PLI has been modified to make it very flexible. The base level of incentive has been kept at 5%, which is equivalent to the incentive in mobile phone and telecom manufacturing. Then there are certain optional incentives which will kick in when more made in India components are used. The very big thing which industry is really looking at is Prime Minister's clear policy framework. 1, proactive nature of the government. 2, large talent base. 3, 4, design capabilities which have developed in the country. All these factors are working in unison to help this electronics manufacturing story.
Well, from